Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. In today's video, we are going to close out February and go over my expenses for the month. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to start with clearing out some of the categories that have money left over. I'm only doing the ones that are technically variable expenses, and any that are bills like Netflix or AT&T that have money left over after it was paid for. Okay, that's it. So we'll go ahead and reset the available amounts. So we have $259.62 to work with. And from here, there's a couple of different things that I want to do. The first thing is get my dates and stuff up to $300, which is where I want to keep it.
I have to add.
That should have been like $5 and change that I just assigned to dates and stuff. The next thing is I want to bring my shopping up to a nice even number. So we'll do $190. Just like having nice clean numbers. And I think that's, let's get this one up to 73. I don't know what happened there. I had to get that back to 300, so I sent $555 to dates and stuff. I sent a few dollars to shopping to get that up to 190, and then I think it was 85 cents to self-care, just so we have nice round numbers. I'm not going to do my birthday one yet because I still have some money left over from my 2023 birthday, and I want to figure out what I want to do with that. I don't have enough to bring this up to an even number. Well, I have some money. Okay, for home goods, we'll add 0.47, I think. Yeah, that'll have to be good enough for now. And I think we'll leave it at that. The remaining 52 cents we'll send to holding. So this is exciting because I still have $250 left over from my variable expenses in February to work with. And I'm actually going to send it out to my boyfriend's birthday sinking fund, but technically this is for the 2024 birthday, because if we go forward 1 month, you can see that I've reached my goal of $500. That is for his 2023 birthday, so now I'm working on funding 2024. And I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I'm just trying to fund all of my sinking funds so that I'm hoping after March I can focus all of my energy on my Roth IRA and then some on my emergency fund. Here, so we'll send the $250 to his birthday fund, and that takes care of any money I had left over in February. Today is March 1st, so these numbers are final and good to go. Okay, so now let's take a quick look at our income and our net income. So I earned $3,724.35 from my job. It's a little more than I would budget for. It did include a tiny bit of overtime. So you see that there. And then I got my tax return in the amount of $1,002 for a total of $4,726.35. After all of my expenses came out of my account, that left me a net income of $1,693.77. And that went to various sinking funds and things like that. For the month of February, I spent $3,032.58. Of that, 43.2% went to my bills, and this is just a regular month. My rent was $11.78. AT&T was a little less than expected at $77.88, and then my com ed bill did go up this month to $107, so this is my half, $53.50. My next biggest category was saving and investing. and that was 16.3% of the total. I sent $542 to my Roth IRA. You can see here it says $493.88, and that is because the way I'm handling the interest in my high yield savings account is I am assigning that money directly into that category. So my emergency fund is growing by, in February, it grew by $48.12 aside from what I assigned to it. And this is all interest from my high yield savings account. So rather than treating it like income where I have to go in and assign it, it's just going directly into that. The 542 is spending. So I spent $542 out of my checking account, sent that to my Vanguard account for my Roth IRA, and the 4812 is like incoming inflow. So again, that went straight to my emergency fund. After saving and investing, my next biggest category was food, making up 12.9% of my total spending. So groceries, I did come in under budget. I spent $215.65. Last month I was over budget, not by much, but like $10 or $15. Even though I am under budget, like it was really hard. I really did try really hard to keep this under budget. It was a struggle. I am considering upping this, but I'm gonna take a look at where I'm at the end of March and see if I need to increase my grocery budget for future months. I only spent $97.25 dining out, kinda. If you remember, I did take out $50 from my dining out category and started sending that to my work lunches. So really, both of these are dining out. But $97.25 would be what I dined out like with my boyfriend on the weekends or after work, things like that. Went to Shake Shack. That was pretty good. We went to Benihana, and I had a birthday coupon that we applied to both of our meals, so my portion was only $40.54. Benihana has gotten completely out of hand. It's so expensive now. It sucks because I love it. The location that we go to is not that great. The service is actually really bad. And it's not a one-time thing. Like, we've gone multiple times in the last year since we moved here, and it's always been bad. I think they're just always understaffed is what it feels like. Like this last time around, I think it was over an hour after our reservation that we even got food, which is crazy. But yeah, so Benihana, this is after $15 off for my birthday coupon. My boyfriend applied the other $15 towards his meal. Otherwise, this would have been ridiculous. Happy Lamb, on my birthday, we went and got food at Happy Lamb. It's a like Mongolian hot pot in Chinatown, and they do like a free birthday meal. So basically, after that free meal was taken care of, my boyfriend and I tipped for the whole bill and then split the total. I got a bagel, and then my absolute favorite, Pequods. I cannot get enough of it. I could go every week and be so happy. And it's cheap, obviously, compared to some of these other meals. And it's so good. Then it's work lunches, making up 11.8% of the total, or $46.16 for the month. And this is where I get my fast food in. So this Soprafina, just a restaurant near my work. Raising Cane's, it's the one that they open near kind of close to my building, and I love it so much. I bet this will be on here every month. And then Sbarro, there's one fairly close to my building as well, and honestly, it's the best one I've ever had. Sbarro to me has always been like meh, and this one is actually good. And then $25.90 for treats, just vending machine stuff, and a croissant. The final one, $5 for delivery. So on Valentine's Day, we got a heart-shaped pizza, and I just didn't have enough money in my Valentine's Day budget for this year to cover it. So I put the $5 tip that we tipped the delivery guy in my delivery category. And again, delivery is not one that I normally fund. It's like if I have a delivery transaction, I'll put it in there and transfer money from dining out. but we rarely do it, so it doesn't really need money. I'm just keeping track. Next is the Gabby Improvement Fund. I spent a lot of money here. So the biggest expense was my birthday category. I spent $228.17, and this is a ton of transactions, as you can see. I just bought a lot of small things, little things that I've been wanting for a while that I finally had the money, I was in the budget to buy it. Madewell sends you like a $25 off coupon, I guess, or promo code during your birthday month, so you can make a purchase. And there were a few things I wanted, but Madewell is kind of pricey. You know, you're looking at $100 for a shirt, 100 plus for sweaters. Jeans are like 130. So I didn't want to be spending all that money. It wasn't in the budget, so I only bought some socks and paid the difference, the $4.78. I bought a stencil from Etsy. This is also some stencils for my journaling. From the website Jet Pens, I bought a mechanical pencil, a pen I've been wanting to try out, a new eraser, ruler, and some bobbins. I bought some semi-transparent sticky paper for my thermal printer that again I use for journaling. This was the big one. It was my Hobonichi small drawer pouch. As you can see, it's expensive. It's essentially just a pencil case, but it's what I wanted, so don't come at me. I love it. I've been wanting it for so long, literally years, and I finally did it. Etsy, I bought some digital stickers to print off for Valentine's Day. Another Jet Pens order with just random stationery items, and then some online labels, clear like matte sticker paper. For self-care, so that was $72.85, and that was my massage including tip. And I go to like a school. I honestly can't tell the difference between a professional and the students, and it just feels so good. And with it being cheaper, it allows me to go more often. So that's why I'm hoping to do it a little more often, like once a quarter or so, but we'll see. I think this was for a 75-minute massage. I don't really remember, so I think it's a good deal. For shopping, oh yes, okay. So first, I got a present for my birthday. It was a necklace for my sister, and I love it so much, but it is a little short. I prefer a little bit longer necklaces so they don't get like stuck and feels like I'm choking. So I bought a couple chain extenders for my necklace, and it was free shipping, so I pulled the trigger. This is something I would have just not purchased until I eventually made a purchase. But because they had free shipping, I think it was like Valentine's Day weekend or President's Day weekend or something along those lines, I did it. And then I bought some fleece tights. So they look like sheer tights. It looks like you're wearing sheer tights, but they're fleece. So the fleece part is like skin colored. For $25.35, I bought it to potentially use for my birthday. I ended up returning them. I just haven't gotten the credit back yet. It turns out they gave me like a Amazon gift card credit, like an Amazon credit, rather than sending it back to my credit card, which I thought I selected. I contacted them today, and they said that they would send the money back. So it's on my spending report because I haven't gotten the money back yet, but I am expecting that hopefully within the next week. These fleece tights, I plan to buy them at some point, probably next year, because this winter is hopefully close to over. But these tights had tons of dog hair, and then when I looked at them a little bit closer, it had a hole or a rip in the waistband, so they were definitely used. And I didn't want them like that. Next is my focus on now, and this is a sinking fund. It's my travel sinking fund. I spent $270.58 on a flight to and from my girls' trip to Vegas. So I am flying into Salt Lake City from Chicago. From there, I will drive with my sister and our friend to Vegas, and then at the end of the weekend, I will fly back directly to Chicago. It was just super, super expensive. It was almost $700 for some. Other ones were closer to $800 or $900 to fly from Chicago to Vegas. I don't know why it's so expensive. I honestly thought it was always cheap to fly to Vegas, but I guess that's not the case. So I decided to do this route because one, it saved me money, but two, I like the drive from Salt Lake to Vegas. It's a nice time, and I'll be able to spend time with my sister and our friend, which I haven't been able to spend much time with them since I moved here to Chicago, obviously, so it'll be a good time. And this is in May, so I'm super excited, coming up next couple of months. I've booked the hotel, but you don't get charged until you're actually there. I'm expecting that to be about $400 each of us, and it's a nice hotel, and I'm so excited. Next is subscription and fees, and everything is pretty standard with the exception of YNAB. This was finally charged at the beginning of February for $98.99, and I'm already saving up for next year's. But everything else was the same as always. For my sinking funds, I spent $34.17. And that's split up between two different categories. The first one is gifts, and I spent $18.70, and this was just buying a couple things to send to my sister with a package I was sending her, and then the actual shipping fee. And then in home goods, it was an Amazon purchase. We purchased things like cleaning supplies, like toilet bowl cleaner, I think some Swiffer wet wipes, and maybe something else. That's for my half. $29.88 is what I spent on Valentine's Day this month. I did have an expense last month for the gift, so this was just the last little bit. The rest of the heart-shaped pizza, I split it with my boyfriend. I bought him on Valentine's Day. I went to Walgreens to buy some candy to include with his gift, and then his first day of work at his new job, he just had a rough day with not knowing what to do. He wasn't getting a ton of instructions, and so he had a rough day, and I bought him these little ice things that he likes from the store, and that's what it was. And that's it. And that is how I spent $3,032.58. If I remove my Roth IRA and emergency fund, you can see I only spent $2,538.70. I like to look at that because the Roth IRA, while yes, the money's coming out of my account and I can't use it, it's kind of like a savings because I'm saving for the future. I'm investing for the future. So of the $2,538, over half of that were bills, like my rent. So I don't think that's too bad for me, I guess. Yeah, all the other categories, like if I select these again, you can see it still says some categories. The ones that I don't include are the reimbursement accounts that when I pay for something and my boyfriend sends me money or my sister sends me money, I don't include those. Everything else is included in this. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.